About 600 days ago, Lagosians made a choice. It was a choice to stay the course and accelerate the pace towards the standard of living they desired and which they rightly deserve. In the choice of Barrister Babatunde Raji Fashola as the governor of Lagos State, Lagosians accepted and embraced a leader reflecting clear vision of where we are and where we should be. A leader that sees challenges and embraces them with open arms. Indeed, a leader that takes governance as a serious business. For Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration, the last 600 days have not only been very daunting in terms of challenges, but have shown that indeed, the unprecedented achievement that is being witnessed in projects implementation across the state is a product of persistent and unwavering determination to succeed against all odds. This determination has seen the administration embarking on new projects, some of which you are about to see. Not satisfied with what was already done, the administration awarded additional works on Isheri-Lasu Iyanoiba Road to include drainages and pedestrian walkways. To complement these works, 8 adjoining roads are also being reconstructed. These include Dawodu Close, Governor's Road, and the biggest of all, the Igbo-Ilerin Road. For this project that was started barely 3 months ago, the level of work done is simply commendable. When completed, the road will serve as an alternative route to Badagry, thus eliminating the traffic bottleneck associated with Alaba-Arago and Okukumaiko. Other projects include the expansion of Iyano-Ipaja-Idimu Road, which would result in reduction or outright eradication of traffic congestion along this axis. The construction of new drainages and traffic intersection at Egbeda and Alagutan Junction. The construction of new roundabouts at Moshalashi and Council bus stops, as well as construction of new model bus stops from Iyano-Ipaja to Ikotun, would no doubt improve considerably the flow of traffic and reduce greatly the time being spent commuting on these roads. Other projects in this category include the reconstruction of Oniwaya Road and Umuam Streets in Agege, Funshaw Williams Way in Surulere, rehabilitation of Penn Cinema Iju Road, Mobile Police Access Road and Obafemi Awolowo Way, Ikorodu. The drive to provide qualitative health services in primary, secondary and tertiary health care institutions in the state within the last 600 days continue. The administration's commitment yielded such dividends as the sharpening of the skills and boosting of the capacity of numerous health workers to deliver first-class healthcare services to the citizenry. The provision of conducive environment was also not left out. The maternal and child care centers being constructed simultaneously at 5 different locations in the state are fast nearing completion. These centers are located at Ikorodu, Ifako-Ijaye, Isolo, Mushin and Bagada General Hospitals. A high point in the health sector came when the administration commissioned the new Bola Tinubu BT Pediatric Complex and BT Health and Diagnostic Center, both located within the premises of Lasuth, Ikeja. While the BT Pediatric Complex is tastefully and uniquely furnished to cater for pediatric needs, the BT Health and Diagnostic Center is equipped with the best equipment in radiodiagnostics in the world. Furthermore, the priority the present administration placed on the delivery of free, qualitative and compulsory primary and secondary education has led to the addition of about 1,000 number of classrooms through the Special Committee for the Rehabilitation of Public Schools. Similarly, these new projects you are looking at are fast nearing completion. Some of these are 17 in 1 classroom block at Ojodu Junior High School, Ojodu Junior Grammar School, Comprehensive Senior High School, Alakpere in Ketu, and 12 classroom block at Inspectorate Zonal Office, Ikotun. Since assumption of office, one of the major sectors that continuously tasked the will and resilience of the administration is the environment. In its determination to ensure a clean, safe and healthy environment as well as provide aesthetic surroundings, the Kick Against Indiscipline Kai Brigade and the Task Force on Environmental and Special Offences Squad continue their campaign against filthy and dirty environment, including street hawking and trading. Many illegal structures and shanties that served as hideouts for criminals were removed. The most notable that has shown the seriousness of the administration is the entire rail line at Oshodi, including the express road, which were cleared of traders. This step has restored sanity and brought monumental relief, especially to commuters who spent hours in needless traffic bottlenecks or those who suffered harassment from area boys and touts. In order to sustain its achievements in minimal loss recorded during the last rainy season, the present administration is dredging the canal stretching from Ijuadinyo, CMD Omole to Agility in Mile 12 area. Also ongoing is the construction of collector drains at Pipeline Idimo and Isheri Igodo Road. In the area of skills acquisition and youth empowerment, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration again took a bold step to revamp the Isheri Skills Acquisition and Rehabilitation Center. These are 6 new workshops, new hostels, administrative blocks, staff quarters, hall, swimming pool, basketball court, amongst others. This project would complement already existing skills acquisition centers at Igodo, Egbeda, and others. Another project the administration has pursued with relentless vigor and energy is the street lights projects. It is indeed interesting how many roads have been covered under this project. In some streets, solar-powered street lights are being installed. Now, Lagosians have better illumination when driving at night. In turn, precious lives are being saved as accidents are avoided, while the fear of attacks in previously dark areas have been eliminated. In its quest to provide fair and quick justice, numerous projects are undergoing rehabilitation and outright construction. Some of these projects include multi-story magistrate and high court complexes at Igboshire, Ikorodu, Ogba, and Ajegunle. There are also the construction of mega jetties at Ebute in Ikorodu and Badore in Aja. These projects would give birth to a ferry service that would provide effective linkage between the two areas. Among some other ongoing projects are the campus and Agege Stadia. The redevelopment of these facilities would no doubt impact on sporting activities in the state, especially as the administration has designated sports as a means of youth empowerment. City Hall, the state's premier public building, gutted by fire several years ago and being rehabilitated, is nearing completion, while the redevelopment of Oyinbo Market has taken off with appreciable progress already recorded. While Lagosians would soon start to enjoy and benefit from these projects, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration has lined up several others. These new projects, which are at design stages, include the redevelopment and expansion of Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, Okokomaiko Marina Integrated Mass Transit Route, expansion of Orile Mile 2 Okokomaiko Badagry Expressway, Ikorodu Food Market, amongst others. Thus, in order to intimate Lagosians with what has been done so far, and more importantly to show the citizenry the proposed projects, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration took its case directly to the people. The program, in form of video and PowerPoint presentation, was hosted at 3 senatorial districts in the state. Here are some of the highlights from the senatorial districts. At the Lagos East Senatorial District, the event took place at Recreation Center, Ekpe, as early as 10 a.m. and the government team led by Mrs. Shola Oworu, Special Advisor to the Governor on Commerce and Industry, intimated the expectant crowd with the essence of the program. The first presentation was handled by Dr. Tola Kasali, the Commissioner for Special Duties. He covered projects in the education, health, housing, rural development, youth, sports and social development, science and technology, women affairs, and poverty alleviation.
Since the advent of this administration, we launched Support Our Schools program on Tuesday, August 5, 2008. And with this area, this is a sort of PPP arrangement in our educational sector, where you have private sector partnering in provision of infrastructure and support equipment in various schools in Lagos State. And in this area, we have in this senatorial district about 3 schools have been adopted by various organizations or individuals to provide some relief materials like repairs and rehabilitation of these schools. Then you have furniture supply to some schools. You have ICT, that is information communication technology equipment provided in some of these schools. And you have construction and rehabilitation in about 3 schools in this senatorial district. These are elements that are new in the educational sector. That is, Lagos State government under the leadership of His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola is allowing the private sector to partner seriously with the Lagos State government in the improvement of the educational standard of our schools and our pupils.
The second presentation was done by the Commissioner for Housing, Honorable Dele Onobukun. He covered the ministries of the environment, physical planning, works and infrastructure, as well as public transportation.
In the past 600 days, the skills offered in the vocational centers have been expanded to include organizing, tiling, masonry, and screen painting. That is, àtúkọ̀ ní bọ́sẹ̀ ọmọ fún àwọn organizer gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn organizer àwọn tó túmọ̀ tó bá títàyà bá bàjẹ́ àwọn tó tún táyà ṣe táìlì àwọn tó máa dé táìs nínú ilé àti àwọn iṣẹ́ àwọn bricklayer àwọn àdániṣe àwọn akọ́lé láti fún ní láti kọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Now I go to work and infrastructure. There have been massive infrastructure structure provided by this government since the last 600 days. And some of the work we have done are one, magistrate and high courts. Upon the assumption of office by His Excellency the Governor, Fashola, XAN, the deplorable state of our magistrates and high courts, which are impacting negatively on the administration of justice in the state, have been improved upon.
After the impressive presentation, the floor was opened for questions and answers, which provided the people the opportunity of actually hearing from the policymakers. The requests ranged from better roads, water, schools, to employment, boats for marine transportation, light, and suggestion for solar energy to power their streets. Some members of the Lagos State Executive Council answered questions to the satisfaction of the people. Plans to further improve on all facilities were also revealed. To say it was an excited and expectant crowd, which comprised royal fathers, local government chairmen, community leaders and others, will be stating the obvious, considering the responses of the different people and the turnout of the crowd. In the Lagos West Senatorial District, the event was held at Badagry Town Hall. As early as 7 a.m., people within the district started trooping in, and by 10 a.m., the hall was filled beyond capacity. The government team for this district was led by the Secretary to the State Government, Princess Adenrele Adeniro Ogunsoya, who told the audience the importance attached to the event by the present administration. Then the audience was briefed by 2 honorable commissioners. The first presentation of projects covering the Ministries of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Education, the Environment, Physical Planning and Transportation was made by Honorable Adejoke Orelope Adefolire.
Education is only to fight poverty. If you don't encourage these boys and girls to go to school, they become liability to us in future. And you don't pray that our children become brilliant boys and girls. The only tool to fight poverty, to guarantee the future of our children, to make them self-reliant is education. Please encourage them to go to school. Lagos State government provides the education
second presentation, which covered works and infrastructure, science and technology, agriculture, physical planning, health, and youth and sports, was done by Honorable Obafemi Quadri Hamzat.
Electricity is a function of federal government, but we know that it's not functioning well. So in some areas of the state, like Dado, Keshe Kongo, and Sabo Koji, Amuwodofi, we realize that to get NEPA there will cost about 500 million naira each, because we spoke to PACA. But what we decided to do is we can't wait for NEPA forever, or PACA, was to do this, which is a solar energy for that village. So that now today, in Sabo Koji, for example, behind Arctic and they can now have lights. You know, when we went there, we met an 11-year-old child that has never seen television in Lagos. So it's because that's electricity. People actually have to cross the lagoon to come and recharge their cell phone. So, but with this now, we've done it in 11 villages now, and they are now having, like you can see, with this street light and the street solar. Okay, agriculture. Go ahead. Now, what we're trying to do, you know, we decided to focus on certain types of crops for Lagos. So we decided on agri and marine agriculture because we have a lot of water in Lagos. So for farming, for the crops, we specialize in rice. So what we've done is to get 200 acres of land among Badagry and this area, and distributed among young graduates and among young people, so that each one has 2 acres of land. So we have tractors. So I will just summarize, we have tractors that will help them to cultivate rice production. And what we did was people need to understand the science of rice production. So we got an expert from RIT. The expert came and showed them how to actually grow rice that is better. And the essence is we are able to take all these young children from the streets and make them rice planter Lagos Badagry Expressway. Now, this will be the biggest road infrastructure in Africa. As you can see, it took some time for us. It's 10 days. Now I will go there and count. You see, these are the road 1, 2, 3. So that will be the BRT dedicated. There will be a monorail. That is a train. And then the other also roads. Now, what I'm making, it took some time because this is, for some reason, this is regarded as a federal road. So before we can do it, of course, we need to write letters to federal government. So that's why it takes time. But graciously, we are the executive to the president has approved, so we are moving on now.
After the presentation, the floor was thrown open for questions, which provided the people the rare opportunity of asking questions directly from those who are responsible for policy and program formulation and implementation in the state. Similarly, the special advisor to the governor, Mr. Sonny Ajose, an indigene of the district, as well as a foremost community leader and former commissioner for education, Engineer Dr. Ahmed Onikwede, also took to the floor to address the people on what government expects of them. Activities marking the 600 days of Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola in office in the Lagos Central Senatorial District was held at the Evans Square, now Freedom Square. The government delegation was led by the Honorable Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General, Mr. Olashupo Shashore SAN, who addressed and emphasized to the audience the passionate disposition of this government to the well-being of Lagosians, and revealed that the event was to showcase the projects of the administration to the entire senatorial district. The PowerPoint presentation was kicked off by the head of service, Alhaji Yakub Balugu, who spoke on projects covering education, health, housing, agriculture, rural development, and youth sports and social development.
Data
laboratory to schools whereby they can be treated. The children are fond of taking sweet, chewing-gum, and many of them will not sleep at night if they have toothache. We go to them in their schools to attend to them, and we have free medical services as well. The screening in the area of dental treatment, we did about 12,000 plus. We treated breast cancer. We screen people because breast cancer is one of the killers among our women and mothers. And the government is conscious of this fact. We don't want to lose anybody. That's why we voluntarily do screening for so many people. We screened over 2,864 people, and 36 of them were found to be cases that should be referred for further treatment, and 7 of them have actually been treated. We also screen people for hypertension and diabetes. Those are part of the killer diseases. Hypertension. Some of the people go around with high blood pressure and they will not know. So the government has taken it upon itself to screen our good people of Lagos State, those who can come forward, and we even go to them in their markets and schools to screen them to find out whether they have hypertension or diabetes, so that we can nip it in the bud. Prevention is better than cure. So we have been able to do over 200,000 within the short period our government has been there, and we are even gone to mosques, churches, and some other places to do the screening.
Second presentation on environment, physical planning, works and infrastructure and transport was done by the Special Advisor on Transportation, Mr. Kayode Opeifa.
This government promised a better public transportation system, and what we have done, the first thing we did was to introduce the BRT scheme immediately we came in. And when the BRT scheme started in the last administration, people told us it's going to fail. People are dying on the Ikorodu. What the question we asked is this: can we add the numbers of people who have died on that road? They couldn't provide anything reasonable. There are accidents, but they are not deaths. Accidents occur because people riding on this road overspeed and they don't respect traffic regulations. The BRT, when we started on March 17th, interesting to note that BRT today have moved 39 million people. 39 million people. That is an average of 4.5 million people every month. Apart from BRT moving people, another area for public transportation is the traffic management. I went around the Papa last week, and what I saw was that the one-way in, one-way out system is gone. And as such, in the afternoon, there is always heavy traffic. We have created a new last mile zone to cater for a Butemeta mainland area alone, because it is one of the priorities of the government to transform a Butemeta to one of the model cities in Lagos. And in addition, last month, procure bikes, the government have provided 25 high-capacity tow trucks due to arrive middle of February to the end of February. Gridlock. Now, there is a new slogan in Lagos. It's called Unlock the Gridlock, Dismantle the Obstacles. And that is what is going on at Oshodi now. We are going to dismantle we are going to unlock all the gridlocks in Lagos, and we will dismantle all the obstacles. Oyibo market area will be free of abandoned vehicles, free of unnecessary parked vehicles, and traffic in Oyibo, traffic in Idumago, traffic in Akongo, traffic in Idumota will move. Obalende will soon be cleared, and it will be available for future traffic. All these programs we have presented to you, they are no jokes, and they are the minimum we have done. There are so many more we have done, we cannot showcase everything. However, if there is any limitation, if the contractors are not working according to the specifications, you have a right as a people, you have a right as being part of the government to raise it. And if there is anything in your area you believe the government needs to do better than it's being done, you are free to do that.
After the presentation, questions and answer session took place. Different questions and suggestions were asked on so many issues, such as all these questions were answered to the satisfaction of the people, while some special requests were referred to appropriate quarters. The leader of the government delegation rounded up the memorable event with a disclosure that the administration is poised to embark on more projects in all the nooks and crannies of the state. What more is there to say? For Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration, the present level of achievement testifies to the fact that the coming years portend for all Lagosians vast opportunities as well as prospects of wonderful achievements. The commitment it has made in time, materials, sacrifices and dedication, as well as personal will driven by exceedingly youthful vigor, has not only ensured that Lagosians feel the impact of governance, but that the foremost status of the state in the country and continent is further boosted. For the administration, therefore, the transformation into a mega city continues.